time has passed since the container landed the other day, but I said I'd just give you a quick look at all this. Here, Stephen, you can hold this, it'll be a bit better. So there's a load of magazines here, which is a bit mad, but basically for the for like the last year I've been on just a mad mission trying to get as much Drift Tengoku print media and Battle magazine print media as I can, and a bunch of other magazines. I'm basically trying to capture I don't know, probably like from like the late 90s to like the mid-millennium as much as I could. It's stuff I've wanted for a long time, as I've said before in other magazines or in other videos, trying to justify the madness. But I ordered this stuff about 8 months ago, and I've been waiting eagerly just as everyone else for the stuff to show up. But let me give you a look. Is this it? One of these is the very, very first. So Drift Tengoku started out new Dory magazine as kind of another option 2 kind of sub magazine in 1996, and I think this is the first one. I could be wrong now, there could be one before this, but yeah, exciting new Dory magazine. So it was printed as an option 2, which is mad. I think it was like 500 yen. Maybe the first one was a pullout that came with option 2, but then after that then they were bi-monthly and they were 500 yen back in the day. So there's the first 3 from 1996, and what happened then, which is pretty mad, is so I tried to get as many as possible. I had like from 2004 up to like present day, and then I seen these go up and it was 96 upwards, and it's not all of them, but it's about 80% of the complete collection. Where is it? So it was a smaller mag that was still called option 2, and then this here is the first ever Drift Tengoku standalone magazine, which is really cool. And even then it was a bi-monthly magazine, so it came out every 2 months, I guess, is bi-monthly. Would be, yeah. Yeah. And what's really, really funny is they put 4-stud Enki what's it called, RS Evolutions, what they look like, on a chaser, and nobody noticed it at the time, but your man said it was kind of a mistake that they did back in the day with their CGI graphics. But it's pretty cool. This is the first ever standalone Drift Tengoku magazine. It's cool to have, and I think that's the very first ever Drift Tengoku on its own. So yeah, nice to have. I've tried to like just document or try and collect the printed history of drifting in Japan. I've done a good stab at it. These are all then Drift Tengokus, then they're all in chronological creepy order. I've really out-creeped myself, but then it's like 96 all the way up. Every year is there. This is just a temporary storage I have for now because I don't really know where to put any of it, but waiting so long for this stuff to show up, and I never thought I'd end up with such a complete collection. I actually nearly fell out with one of my friends, Clement in France, goes by the name of Chiba, because both of us were bidding on this stuff at the same time, and he really wanted it and I really wanted it, and yeah, he wasn't happy when I won it, but look, it is what it is. Both of us wanted the same thing, so I'm sorry, Clement. So this is also, I never thought I'd get this, so I had managed to find this collection because I was just living on Yahoo Auctions every single day during the lockdown, just driving myself insane, like just looking for the magazines, because it was just a weird year where nobody was traveling and everyone was kind of staying at home and stuff, so that extra money I had, I just spent it on magazines when I probably should have been spending it on my car, but I couldn't actually do it on my car either, so I figured it was now or never with the magazines. Look, I'm trying to justify it on camera, and it's I don't care really. I really, really enjoy print media, and it definitely cost me some money, but I grew up with car magazines and taking photos for car magazines and stuff, so I have a huge obsession with print media. There's plenty of Instagrams out there and people that scan this stuff up and that, but someday that'll all be gone, so it's nice to just have the real thing in your hand. I like the smell, I like the ads, I like everything about Japanese car magazines. So what we have here is nearly the complete collection of Battle magazines. So Battle magazine was the other magazine that was out at the same time as Drift Tengoku. Arguably Battle magazine came first, as it was called a Crunchyroll magazine, or Bally Racer, I think, could be wrong, and yeah, it just became Battle magazine then, so it was shortened down to BM, but it was called BBM for a while. Same editor, it just split off into two, where it was a Battle magazine for motorbikes, and then it was a Hashiyara, which is Street Racer Battle magazine. So I have 97 up to 2005 when they went out of business, and pretty much all of them are here. I'm just missing like one or two, but it's cool. From like 94 to 96, It was kind of a mixture of bikes, and then it broke off into its own standalone car magazine. Starts kind of, I think in '96 it started just being completely standalone. But it is mad that like there was 2 separate publishing companies that were just documenting the drift scene back in the day at the exact same time, and just unbelievable. Like all the stuff that you would like to see and that I see online and enjoy, but I really just wanted to own the stuff in real life, and I never thought in a million years that I'd come across like a fairly solid collection to purchase. But it worked its way up then, and then I think in like 98, was it 98 or 97? Maybe even in 97 it rebranded. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, so towards the end of 97 it just rebranded the Hyper Car Style magazine. So as drifting just started getting more and more popular. I'm an absolute nerd for all these, like, and I've literally wanted this Battle magazine collection for over 15 years. I got some of them in Japan. If you've watched the Japan in Advance series, we got a collection of them, which that whole thing and going to that shop in that Super Autobacks and seeing that much print media in front of me definitely scarred me. And when I came home then and I figured out how to get all this stuff, then I've just been addicted to trying to collect as much as I've wanted over the years, and I kind of have it all now. This is kind of it. This entire collection of magazines is kind of everything I've ever wanted, and it's just, yeah, unbelievable. Like I said, Battle magazine kind of had less ads in it. It was more about the culture, and there was the motorbike version of it that was out at the same time. Like I said, they used to be the same magazine, and they broke off into just drifting and then toge bike racing. But yeah, they're just amazing. And yeah, it went out of business in 2005, that was it. But arguably the most cult, loved magazine out of all of them. And yeah, I got really lucky with these. A lot of them have the DVDs and stuff. Even brought out a book called Hachiroku Kids back in, was it 97, I think? But yeah, it was very popular. A couple of magazine books, what do they call them? MOOCs. And they all came to DVDs, so yeah, probably one of the best days ever, seeing all this stuff show up and just going through it the last few days, making sure everything is there. I've got enough print media to look at for the rest of my life, so when I have to be a grown-up in like a year or 3 or 4 and do grown-up things, at least I'll have this connection. And it's like the Japanese car drift library, so they charge you like €1. You can call down to the house, and if you want to get inspired, you can have a look at the arguably the best years, the golden years of drifting in Japan, like mid-90s to mid-millennium, I guess. But it's all there. Yeah, I don't know what else is in there. Loads of option 2s, G-Works. I've got to sort them out a bit more. They're not in the best place right now, storage wise. I bought some VIP magazines. Like I said, some of the wheels that are down the back and stuff, super wide wheels and shit. You don't see much stuff from like the Millennium VIP scene, so I bought some of them. What else do we have? So, with some more Battle magazines as well. Madness. But yeah, I really enjoy print media from that time. It's nice to have the collection. Call me mad, call me what you want, but gives me great joy, sadly. I'd love to not be interested in this stuff. It'd be such an easier life if I was just into just watching soccer matches and, you know, maybe watching darts or snooker and just that's it, go to the pub and have a pint. But the only way I seem to be able to get my kicks is going down a black rabbit hole trying to find super obscure, expensive paper magazines that are probably worthless to everybody else. I don't know, what can I say? Got this, if you can see, Kakimoto. So it's a Kakimoto GT box off an Airwave, and it was like 70 quid on Upgarage. But I really like the newer Kakimos with the burnt style tip with the etched in logos. So I'll chop this off and make it work on my 8.6. It might be a little bit too modern, we'll see. But I wanted to buy a Kakimo system for the car, but they only do over axle, and my car is going to be too low, so it's going to run it under axle. So we'll see. But yeah, pretty awesome find, isn't it?
It's fucking gorgeous.
Gorgeous, like. So yeah, the GT box series were kind of for kind of smaller cars and that, but I'm literally only going to be using the back box. I don't know if I showed the mirrors yet. Did I show them on camera? Probably not.
No, you didn't, no.
Alright, hang on. Stroke.
Ooh.
Stroke the khaki. Khaki stroke. So, these are EC Works Group A mirrors, and they were using all the touring cars and race cars back in the 90s. If you look back at any of the older photos of like the GTRs or the 86s or even like the Primeras or pretty much anything, this was the mirror. So, but these are genuine EC Works mirrors. So I had bought replica mirrors just because I couldn't find these, and I love that aero look. I love a standard bodied car with aero mirrors, and some of my favourite drifters over the years and favourite like race cars and stuff have had this exact mirror. And I've just sat on Yahoo Auctions waiting patiently for the right set to come up. And then these popped up. Now you can tell they're real is they're usually mounted here or underneath, and they'll have the little pinhole for adjustment in them, and just the overall shape in that. So I had the replica ones on and they were grand, but because I've gone so far with the build on the 86, everything has gone to the point where it's, you know, it has to be more or less genuine now. So then I ended up buying these. And what's funny is most of them never came with a base plate, so this is a blanking plate to put fender mirrors on an 86, and then you'll blank off the mirrors. And what someone done is they bought the Toyota blankers and just drilled on the EC Work mirrors, so they're absolutely gorgeous. I have a funny feeling the Ganador is based off of this mirror because it's a very, very similar shape.
It just got bigger and bigger.
Yeah. So just a gorgeous, simple aero mirror. I know some people aren't into aero mirrors and stuff, but funnily enough, the guy that designed the 86 actually designed it without mirrors. And I always like really, really balanced, like pretty aero mirrors on standard body cars, because I just grew up watching like touring cars and stuff like that. So that's the look I'm going for my 86, and I managed to find a set. Looks like they're painted in 205 metallic black that started turbos and stuff come in, but another thing that just landed as well, and I'm extremely excited. It's nice packed in Lexus genuine parts, but I never thought I'd actually own a set of them, because usually they go for $1,000 or even more. So the fact that a set popped up for a good price, I managed to get really, really lucky. Yes, very exciting. Right, we all kind of got something over the last few weeks. Say money can't buy happiness, but
no, it can.
So you had one of these seats that came last Christmas,
Yeah.
and then you found another one.
And then Sean sent me a link and was like, "Here, look, I found."
Now you've a matching set of a gun. What do you call it? Gun processor, I think. N-style Nakamura signature seats. Pretty badass. Show the back of it there. Oh, hang on. Pink glitter bag. Signature Nakamura look. Fairly epic. Wow. That is very nice. You happy?
Very.
Oh, that's great. 275. That's grand. It even came with a cushion, just a small little tear in it that you can just patch up.
Yeah, my mum
Strong little red patch
that
over it even.
Oh no, my mum just pull that in and
Yeah.
stitch it up and with a bit of red.
Look, cushion.
I came on a fucking Suzuki Ignis, right?
Yeah.
I think
you got one of the last red Z2 bargains, because even crap
it was
ones
listed
are.
as junk. It wasn't listed as like a bride Z.
Even crap ones are making mental money now, so. Unreal. Just look at your cage, you gotta. There it is. Delhi. What is it? It's a
13 point.
13 point
Cusco cage, yeah.
for an EK.
That's got it.
Nice. Someone left this little Japanese noise makers.
Are they wood or just?
I thought they were wood. Nah, they're just pressed cardboard.
Look at man nipples.
Right, so an absolutely monumental amount of seats arrived as well, which you can see here, like crazy amount of seats. So we're just going to have a little quick breeze through them and show you what's what. They look like Series 2 R33 GTR seats, which used to be something that you'd find randomly chucked in an S13 and then you'd throw them in the bin, and now they're worth a lot of money because everyone's going back OEM with stuff, which is mad.
This is the same.
The same seat, yeah. We went from having no seats for a long time to now having a lot of seats. You know, mint bricks one.
No.
Not mint. This could be one of your seats, Stephen, or one of mine. So we started buying a few seats that have a little bit of damage on them from Upgarage and stuff, because they're cheap enough. So
Mine anyway.
could be one of them. Oh man, look at that. Wow. So they just look like the standard R33 seat, which you see over here, but with an Nismo logo on it. But they look so much cooler with a Nismo logo on it, doesn't it? You mightn't see them ever again, man. It says 270R, like S14, but I thought they came with a checkered interior, so I'm not 100%. They look like R33 GTR seats with Nismo logos on them. Another bricks. Oh, they're the old ones. Look, the bricks Pro that you have, letterbox ones. Very nice.
Carbon.
Oh, is that carbon on the back, is it? Yeah. Jesus. Just look at the back. Oh man, that is absolutely gorgeous. What does that say? Southern, beautiful 5-spokes, keep a southern cross of romance. And then a man can live without strength. Yeah, they're mega goofy, aren't they? Like it looks cooler without it. Like.
Yeah, they're made to have, you know, the big 4-wheel drive hubs
Yeah.
behind them.
Cool though.